Yo, guys, I was literally like, man, it's been a long day. Let me turn on this fan, cool down a little bit, lay down for a second before my son gets back in. And then boom, I saw Suno V5, it dropped. Shout out to MattVidPro for putting me up on the news. I didn't know it dropped, but I got straight up as I was just about to lay down to take a break. All right. So this is how fresh this is. So I was waiting on this because their demo song was outrageously good. So I signed up to Suno even before V5 dropped. So this is a fresh reaction. I will go into detail later tonight during the live stream, but for now we're just gonna have to do this video. So V5, what is V5? They consider it superior sound, intuitive control, and studio quality results. It's the powerful foundation for everything that's coming. So let's click here and see what it's about. So I'm on the paid version. We're on the beta here. All right, so what we're gonna do is just do very simple prompts. I'm not gonna do any lyrics. So let's do a style. Let's say, I'm gonna test it on areas where it usually isn't that good. So New Jack Swing 90s style. So usually I would get my soul samples and my R&B style stuff from Udio. So let's see if Suno has trained on better R&B stuff. And what else? I think that's really it. We don't need to do anything else. Let's just hear the quality. So just to give you guys an example, 4.5, I think I ran some. Here's 4.5. Pretty good at 4.5. Now I did give this lyrics. It definitely has that New Jack Swing feel. So that was version 4.5. I was actually impressed because before New Jack Swing was not giving me those results. So we're going to compare 4.5 with V5 and see what it sounds like. If the same, if it's worse. Now, again, it's hit or miss in general with any generation tool, especially when we're being that vague. All right, so let's see what this one sounds like. Definitely more clarity in the mix, more smoothness, I'll say, on the side image. More dynamic. We should have gave it some lyrics. Oh, here's what we'll do. Let's do a live experiment. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna copy the same lyrics so that we have the same exact prompt. And how do we? All right, so let's copy these over so that we have the same fair analysis. Let's paste these lyrics in here. And I think the prompt was the same, New Jack Swing 90s style. One of my favorite genres of all time, created by Teddy Riley, at least made popular. If he didn't create it, I don't know who exactly created it. I'm pretty sure he created it. That's one of my favorite genres of all time. And the problem is, it's my favorite genre, but I can only sample like so many songs because the era came and went. So this AI is not taking the place of a Teddy Riley in my life. This AI is actually giving me more material to sample from. All right, so, and sampling for people who aren't familiar is when we take existing music and flip it a different way. Like a remix in a way. So very clear mix. This is just an instrumental, so I'm just going based off of sonic quality so far. I love these chords. Those chords are crazy. They even have that cheesy brass from the 90s. That is extremely accurate. As a music pro, like as somebody who studies this stuff night and day, like I don't know any difference in terms of sonics and qualities. Let's go up to the top though, and let's use the stuff that has the lyrics.
Groove me.
This is hard. Let's go.
I wanna know what got you on the dance floor. Your body moving, the groove. Yeah, you want some more.
Let's go.
Shorty bad.
How did it know to do that? The hotel. How did it know to do that? This, I'm shocked. I will say these feel like real songs from a real time and place. And the other thing that I meant to mention was when I would type in New Jack Swing or like R&B, it would add like this white guy's voice over the track and it wouldn't feel authentic. Now they have like, it sounds like a darker voice, more melanated voice, and it sounds proper for the genre. Same way my voice is not going to be on a country song talking about some, you know, whatever. So you get what I'm saying is that the voices weren't matching. Now the voices match and the sonics are there. And it's a lot more clarity. I don't hear the noise in the vocals like I used to hear.
Groove me.
Here are a lot of tells you could tell if it's AI. If the AI voice is very noisy, like in the voice, you would hear that, a lot of artifacts. Also too, with the high frequencies, like the hi-hats, that would always sound filtered like this. It would always sound like a weird filter, but I don't hear any of these artifacts now. And it sounds wide and sounds big. This is so hard. What the heck? Why is this hard? They can kind of hear the I wanna know, but it's not that big of a deal though. For music producers, basically it's when you de-ess the vocal, you'll get rid of a lot of that sharpness.
The groove, yeah, you want some more. This shorty bad, bad, bad. This shorty bad.
How'd they know to do that? This is, if I heard this on YouTube Music, I would be saving it to my playlist to sample. This is crazy. This is definitely the highest quality song generation tool, period. As a music producer, I've trained a million producers around the world. Some are going to work with Drake, Kanye West, Post Malone, Ariana Grande, French Montana, Young Thug, Polo G, Trippie Redd, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. Some have gone to work with Glorilla, won platinum plaques, Grammys. But out of training all that, I cannot distinguish. There are small tells, but to the average person, they're not going to care about the S in the freaking vocal.
Ooh, baby.
And this has more bounce and energy. When I say vibe, when I say soul, I can understand when people are like, it has no soul, it's code. I get it. But aren't we code? If you really get to it, metaphysics, we're really just code of the universe. But that's neither here nor there. When we talk about the soul of it and the inspiration, it makes me inspired to make music. And put it this way, ChatGPT is already smarter than everybody right now. Does that mean I should stop running my business just because ChatGPT is smarter than me? No. They can make way better music than me. My whole Discord can make better music than me. Does that mean that I should stop making music? No. This is a tool for us as music producers and artists to use to create new realms of samples and new realms we never even would get into naturally. Like I said earlier, one of my favorite genres is New Jack Swing, but it only has this small of a window of time that it existed. And I'm like, darn, I wish there were more New Jack Swing songs I could sample so I could really get in that vibe and really study and create my own vibe. So this allows me to create new sample material so that I can sample this and not have to worry about the 5 milliseconds New Jack Swing was popping.
Come on. Groove me. Groove me. Groove me, baby. Groove me, baby. I wanna know what got you on the dance floor. Your body moving, the groove, yeah, you want some more. I want it bad. This shorty bad.
Let's do
This shorty bad.
I'm so impressed with this New Jack Swing. So let's do the same thing, but let's change the style to soul and R&B. Let's really test it to see if it can give us that soulful vibe. So music producers know one of the hardest genres to really like grasp is soul, the sound of soul, and especially New Jack Swing as well. So more like the retro genres are harder to achieve because it required so many nuances back then, like the recording gear, the way people spoke. We don't talk like this, y'all. We don't talk like that anymore. So you're not gonna have songs to sample that go, big up the Josh, y'all. It's just nobody's gonna do that really. So there were cultural things that we're sampling. It was sound selection, sonics, equipment that they don't make anymore, converters they don't make anymore, flaws in equipment back then, materials that, you know, are illegal now. It's different things that make it limited. So let's hear what the soul in R&B sounds like. Now, I mean soul in terms of older soul. So let's see if it even knows what I mean by soul in R&B.
Groove me,
So this is not the R&B I meant.
groove me,
But let's just listen to the sonics though.
groove me, baby,
Said, baby.
groove me. I wanna know what got you on the dance floor.
Let's do 1970s soul and then do 1980s soul.
Your body moves.
See if that's more specific. So I don't mean the do 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 pop do 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 pop. I don't mean that type of soul. I'm talking about like loving the harmony so far.
Groove me, groove me. I wanna know what got you on the dance floor. Your body moving, the groove, yeah, you want some more. This shorty bad, bad, bad. This shorty bad. I wanna know.
I probably sample something like that. It's still not giving me, maybe I just didn't prompt it right. That is part of the issue here. I just gave it very vague things.
Groove me, groove me.
So see how it doom, doop, 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 doom. That's not the type of soul I was going for. So I got a little more specific and I said 1970s soul instead of just soul and R&B. But before these are still, they have dope aspects about them though. And you'd be hard pressed to find a record that sounds this clean from back then. Back then, the records were they weren't necessarily high quality, depending on how they were sampled into the computer. So that alone, you know, is a whole nother aspect of this era of sound, the quality of it. So that's very authentic to the era. I'm also typing in words, and what I love is to try new genres that I normally would not create, like emo rock, Indian chanting. And I'll have them say like hip hop lyrics, but in a whole different genre. That's one of my favorite things to do. And then I'll sample it for a hip hop beat.
I wanna know what got you on the dance floor. Your body moving, the groove, yeah, you want some more. This shorty bad, 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 bad. This shorty bad, 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 bad.
That's a dope hook. Bad, bad, bad. That's hard. I didn't even think about that. That's hard. That reminds me of Michael Jackson. It's just, we get to, basically the way I see this is not like I'm just gonna download it and upload it to Spotify. That's the corniest thing in the world. What I'm seeing this is like ideas I would never have expressed. And it's like a mad science experiment on how strange I can get, but still keep it to where it's my sound, like my modern sound. That's what I'm seeing Suno as. I'm not one of the guys that just downloads this, uploads it to YouTube and Spotify. To each his own. I'm never talking down to anybody. I just feel like there's a push right now to demonize AI music because it's people not understanding that there's already 10 million people better than you right now. Like there's already people better than us right this second. Does that mean they're going to get all the opportunities you're going to get? No. I just feel like people are just misusing this like demonism of AI to benefit their own pockets. And I personally think it's just hindering people from moving into stuff. They might find their sound through this tool.
Groove me,
That's hard. Let's try the 1980s soul. Let's go. You gotta do this too. Let's go. Vice City. Come on. Let's go. This is it right here. This is what I was looking for. Keep more. You know, it's a Michael Jackson move right there. Why is this hard? That Juno bass, let's go. This is the pocket I was looking for. That's what I mean. Like, that was the pocket I was looking for. I just had to chisel until I got to this pocket. Now I'm in this pocket and I can go crazy with ideas for samples. And again, I'm a hip hop and R&B music producer. So when I hear this stuff, I'm like, wow, I could flip that 1,000 ways with stem splitters, with filtering, with effects. I could just chop. Oh man, it's a million things we could do to this. All right, now let's get into the science experiment stuff, which is where I type like a phrase that I want the AI to say, but then I'll do it in weird genres. So this may or may not hit, but let's see like the quality. Not what I was thinking. I probably shouldn't have used the word chanting. He said, no smoke with me. Why is his voice so deep? He said, with us. I'm scared, yo. They don't want war. They don't want war. How does that sound different than my voice? They don't want. Whoa, that scared the freak out of me. They don't want war. Like, why does my mic sound the same as that vocal take? That's how high quality it is, just to let you guys know. The only way my mic could sound better is if I was in that vocal booth and I wasn't as like airy with my voice. So the fact that they got that quality with this is crazy. All right, so I probably should have typed a different style. Let's try the emo rock one.
You don't want no smoke. No, you don't.
He said, no, you don't.
They don't want war with us. They don't want war.
And now you guys got infinite vocal samples right there.
You don't want no smoke. No, you don't.
I like this.
Want no smoke. They don't want war with us.
They don't want war. I gotta get my hair on so I can flick my bang. They don't want war with us. All right, let's try these other two and then we'll wrap this video. I'm just so excited this came out and it's the quality that I expected and they delivered.
Oh, you don't want no smoke. No, you don't want no smoke.
Nope.
They don't want war with us.
He said, with us. Let's go. I can see that on a Philly drill beat right now.
You don't want no smoke. No, you don't want no smoke. They don't want war with us. They don't.
I'm gonna do a live cook-up with these. It's gonna be crazy. So later, I'm gonna do a live cook-up, y'all. Let's go. I am thoroughly impressed. We went through soul and R&B, New Jack Swing, Indian chanting, emo rock. Oh, you know what we should try one last time? Is trap music. Let's see if they can get like rappers to sound like rappers. Not that I would use this program to do it, but maybe I'll do it one day where like we type in lyrics, have a AI rapper say it, but then I flip it. Like, you know, how we doing funk music and stuff. So let's try the trap and then we'll wrap this up. This sounds like a real beat somebody would make. Uh-oh. It's gonna be a singy trap, melodic trap. Here we go. They don't want no war.
You don't want no smoke. Oh, no, you don't want no smoke.
Why is this hard?
They don't want war. They don't want war.
I mean, the 808 could use a little more oomph, but to the average viewer, again, they're not even going to notice the difference between that and the Spins 808. It's just missing a tiny little bit of density to it, but in little 60 hertz. But that could be added in. This is crazy, y'all. This is real crazy. I'm going to be cooking up so much with this. This is so crazy.
You don't want no smoke.
This makes me excited to make music again.
No, you don't want no smoke. They don't want war with us.
I don't even know what I'm going to put on the thumbnail, y'all. I'm just so in shock that this is out right now. Subscribe if you're new. This is crazy. I'm going to cook up later tonight, y'all, when my son gets back. So peace out, guys.